Right, for CPI measure here just now. Where's my inflation? Oh, here. Right. CPI measure is also quite important regimen, right? CPI measure, 7 steps. If I ask you now, I think you will not answer anyway. So, right? Marketing. First one is choose the basket. Oh. Choose the what basket? Basket or what? Choose what basket? Fruits basket. Flower basket. Or which type of basket? Basket made by newspaper. Basket used by what? Made by what? Paint. Alright. So you all need to know what basket. Please don't just let me choose a basket. My God. I thought I want to visit my patient friends there. We choose a fruit basket. Never mind. Okay. Continue unemployment. Same thing. Causes, effects, solution. Right. Let's say inflation can be causing unemployment. Right. Inflation can be causing unemployment. First of all, because inflation can directly cause unemployment. Second, because inflationary policies, the government always do the wrong stuff. Contraction will also lead to unemployment. All right, make sense? Third thing, inflation will lead to unemployment, lead to more unemployment. Can be a thing, right? Make sense? Unemployment lead to more unemployment. You can say one of the cause of unemployment is unemployment. Wow, I'll be so glad you finally sorted it out. You know why? Why, Ziqian? Don't know one. Then why else? Unemployment go up, C go down, C go down, then unemployment go up. Of course, inside there there's an entire process and cycle. But due to I don't have the luxury of time, maybe this is the last time I say I don't have the luxury of time to you. Oh, so sad. Okay, anyone? I'm more. Okay. Don't have. I'm more. Right. Yes. What's you? What's you? What B? B is kiss. Right. What's C? C will lead to the I, I will lead to U, again, right? Make sense? Make sense? What are the causes? Other causes faster? Same thing like just now, right? Effects of all this can also lead to unemployment. What? Oops. Right? All this can also lead to unemployment. Still, the effects are the causes. Causes can be effects. Effects can be causes. Right? I can argue all these effects are actually causes for unemployment. Why? Country development, you know already. Lack of demand, just now I explained already. Climate change can lead to some jobs become disappeared, right? Lead to unemployment, right? Recession, obviously, business cycle will lead to unemployment, right? Social costs, because of the parents don't have a job, then the kids don't have education. Kids don't have education, they will also become unemployed in the end. So I can argue that environmental damage because of pollution leading you all keep on sick. That's why it got fired. So it's unemployment, right? So it depends on how you want to write. Like why I say macro is like too easy. Whatever you write also can be correct one. Why are you worried? I don't understand. Right? Why are you worried? So these are the causes of. Make sense? Then you just take the effects of the causes of inflation become effects of unemployment. Right? So what are the effects of unemployment? What's the effects of unemployment? What? Riot? Yeah, riot. I heard. Is it riot? Do you say? Effects of unemployment. Riots. If you have a union, right? What do you say, McLaren? Opportunity cost for government. Just the cost itself. I told you before. Cost can write a lot of cost already, right? Right? The cost of training lah, the cost. What are the costs? Unemployment benefit lah, right? Right, benefits lah. It will lead to recession again. Recession can lead to recession, can lead to unemployment, unemployment lead to recession, recession lead to unemployment, right? And vicious cycle, right? Make sense? Make sense? Cannot. Cannot. What you don't understand actually? What is blocking you all from understanding econs? What is blocking you all? What? Huh? Zikang, why? What is blocking you all from understanding economics? Right? It's so easy, right? So these are the effects. So what are the effects? Other effects? Loss of economic growth, similar to recession. Next. Business confidence, grow, investment go down, right? Waste of resources. I told you before, right? You are a resource. You, although you're not a commodity, but you are a resource, right? Right? You are a resource. Makes sense? You're a resource. No, you're not a resource. What are you? You're a liability. Exactly. You're either liability to your parents or you're a resource to the future economy. That's all. Right? You're nothing more than that or less than that. You're a resource. Make sense? Of course, unemployment will also lead to other resources, right? Other resources wasting. Right? I told before, right? The only skills that you can improve is your LOL skills, the Mobile Legends skills during unemployment, right? And your sitting position in your toilet bowl skills, right? In unemployment, right? So there are many types of unemployment, many causes and many types. What are the types? Yeah, same only actually, right? Main three is cyclical, frictional, and structural. That's all. Right? The rest are actually underneath cyclical, frictional, structural. Right? Make sense? The seasonal, the hardcore is all underneath inside there. Okay? The causes, the other causes like the will lead to the cyclical, frictional, structural, you go and talk about that yourself. Solution? What's the solution? Yeah. Same law, expansionary, MER, and external policy. Right? Next will be economic growth. This one, all you have to show is the ADS curve of Keynesian model, right? Growth definition. What's the definition? Jacob recently become lazy already. Jacob, need to ask you. Jacob, what's the definition of economic growth? Increase in the amount of final goods and services in the country given a period of time, right? This is economic growth. Economic growth can be measured using GDP, NGDP, RGDP, GDP per capita, right? Capita means per head, right? All these have different meanings. Basically, what I do, and GDP means, definition means what? This one, inside here, plus nominal value or money value, monetary value, or face value, right? Our GDP means this one minus inflation. Oh, you see, oh. Yeah. This one means divided by population. That's all. How hard is it? Yeah. Right? What?
And GDP is still writing the monetary
Nominal.
nominal. I can't read that.
No, I never write the word nominal. No, it's monetary. Money.
Price nominal amount of money, right? Can
Huh?
I write can I just write any amount of final goods and services that's sold in the country with the effects of inflation? Yeah.
Which the effects of the inflation? Include inflation. Make sense? Make sense? Hey, oh my God. Wait. When I did it? I never did attendance. You came here when? Long time already. Really? Chisha, he was here. Wow, I even take your attendance as absent. That's weird. Now you ruined my recording already. Recording, I don't want to show attendance. Right? Anyway, so yes, what you don't understand? NGP, RGP, GDP per capita. Anything you don't understand? Right? No, right? Very straightforward. Right? You can also define the GDP in many ways, right? You can use the expenditure approach to define. You can use the output approach to define. You can use the income approach to define. All these are different approaches on the GDP definition. So you just use that approach, different approach, then you just add the inflation or minus the inflation or divide by population, right? GDP per capita depends on whether it's R or N GDP per capita also, right? Sometimes it can be R GDP per capita, sometimes N GDP per capita. You just use include the inflation divided by population. That's all, right? Nothing much. This is how we measure. How we measure is still the same, right? Then causes. What about the causes? Causes. Economic growth. It's always the QQ and the efficiency. Under the QQ, you just remember it's always the land, the labor. Underneath the labor, there are two. One is population growth. One is another labor is what? Quantity of labor force. Right? Under land is the natural resources. How is this? Come on. Right? What else? Capital. Capital underneath there's capital accumulation. Yeah. R&D. Right? Make sense? Entrepreneur normally we ignore because entrepreneur is just part of labor. Efficiency is mostly all the different types of macro problems and causes. Right? It will be inflation. It will be economic growth. It will be economic growth can actually lead to economic growth, to be honest. It will be import exports. It will be political stability, right? Yeah, it will be government policies, right? And this one, capital accumulation can also be underneath efficiency, which increase their productivity, right? It can be investment. I can also argue it's FDI because I written chapter 6, right? Make sense? Sense? Yeah. Every effects can be another topic causes. Any causes can be another topic's effects, right? Basically everything and anything in everywhere lah. Let's say that. Right. Makes sense. Makes sense, huh? Can right? This is causes. Diagram wise. Basically is always the Keynesian model or ADS model, right? You have to show me for economic growth. Oh, just now I forgot to show deflation gap. Okay, you do yourself a deflation gap, right? I draw for you. I draw deflation gap here, right? Deflationary gap. I also draw deflation gap here. AE Y 45 degree. In here for deflationary, you have to show me AEFE is here. This is YFE. This is Y normal one. This one is AE. This one is deflationary gap. No arrows, right? But for economic growth, there's arrows. In here, you have to show me AE is equals to C plus I plus G plus X minus M. In here, you have to show me AE shift up. AE1 to C1 plus I1 plus G1 plus X1 minus M1. Something like that, right? Maybe M you should put it like 0 or negative because it should be decreased, right? Make sense? Then, yeah, why?
M doesn't change, put M1 there. If M value doesn't change at all.
Doesn't matter one. The one is just to represent a change, right? Okay, that's for economic growth. ADS model, same thing, just show me AD and AS, price level RGDP, AD shift to the right, but you have to show me C plus I plus G plus NX, C1 plus I1 plus G1 plus NX1. This is how you remember law. And price level, show me the price. Hello? Okay, sorry. Admin stuff. Sometimes I have to become IT support. What's that like? I have to become everything and anything in everywhere as well. Okay, YE increase to Y1. There's ADS model. Any question for diagrams? No, right? Very easy, right? So what are the effects? Effects I asked you to do before, ma. Should be easy, right, for you? Nah, everything is not easy for you. Right, there will be a lot of positive and negative effects. Right? Positive are like what? Economic growth, positive. Social mobility. Why social mobility is a bad thing also? It can also be negative. It can cause unemployment. But I want to argue the other way. because of economic growth, because of social mobility, now you have to wear masks. You know what I mean? It will be transmitting diseases. Negative. If you cannot fly to China, China cannot spread the virus. Until now, you're still safe, right? Just like train to Busan Peninsula. You know what's train to Busan Peninsula? Can you like give me this sort of example? I would be like, wow, this is so good, right? They would say, for example, train to Busan 2 Peninsula. Wow, right? Busan 2, this one, Peninsula, they will say. You see, as can be seen in the movie, the island is under lockdown. So all the zombie virus is not transmitted to another country because they don't have social mobility, right? However, because they have social mobility, in the end, the disease transmitted. Something like that, come on. Give me something different, cannot. Okay, next, what?
Improve standard of living.
Improve standard of living, right? More choices is good thing. What is it not good? Do I remember what is not good? No, I don't remember at all. I don't remember any negative effects. How I write? Due to there are many choices, there will be many plastic wrappers. When there are many plastic wrappers, it will lead to pollution or environmental and social damage. Can you write like that? Did you write like that? When will you write like that? We will see.
It depends.
Time will tell. Time will tell. Okay. Next positive effects.
Employment opportunity.
Employment opportunity, it will lead to structural unemployment. Next one. What else? Equitable distribution of income, it will lead to unequal distribution of income. Now, what? Why is it so hard? Why? Right? National security, it will lead to political instability. What is so hard? Come on.
How does national security?
What you have weapons for? To show off you have weapons, is it? After you develop a lot, after you have a lot of income in your country, then you develop with weapons. After you develop weapons, what you do? You go and take over back your own territory, like Taiwan. China want to take Taiwan. For what? Make sense? Why Russia want to fight Ukraine? Initially, they're underneath them. They just want to take over. Because you have, it will lead to a national insecurity, right? What are the positive? External balance. It will lead to external imbalance. Why so hard? I don't understand. Why so hard? Right, external balance, I argue because the quality increase, so export increase. Income increase, import will also increase. External imbalance. Right. What else? What else? No more, right? That's all?
Oh, increase leisure time.
Leisure time? Yeah. Increase leisure time means what? Wasting resources. Right? Because now you can rest. Right? You're wasting my resource. Ask us to study at home, don't want. What do you want me to do, Richard? Just increase my leisure time. Why?
Because that will be wasting resources.
Then you'll come to classroom and increase leisure time. You see the row behind. Come to classroom to increase leisure time. Nonsense. Right?
Waste the resource.
Okay. Do I remember? I don't remember at all. Seriously, I don't remember at all. Right? I don't remember at all. Right?
Remember we are monkeys.
Huh?
We are monkeys after all.
I can argue just using one. I can argue then everything. That's all. Make sense? Make sense? Okay. Because of increase in standard of living, it can lead to structural unemployment. Because structural unemployment, it lead to unequal distribution of income. Because of unequal distribution of income, it will lead to political instability. Because of political instability, blah 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 blah. I can link to many stuff. Just like one. All right. Make sense? Make sense? Okay. Next one is what?
Next one is called
Solution. Same lah, right? Doesn't matter anymore, right? Right? Effects done, process done. Okay, that's all. Next one is chapter 5. Chapter 5, very important. Fiscal, still the two things only, you must know the G and T, right? Increase G, decrease T, expansionary. What is the definition for fiscal policy? Tools used by government to achieve economic goals, right? So expansionary will be tools used by blah blah blah, where increase government spending and decrease tax, right? That one is expansionary. For contractionary, it will be the same thing, just the opposite, right? That is for fiscal. For monetary, monetary is a large one, very popular. You know how we come with question for monetary? Do you want to know? You want to know? Go on, For monetary, right? We will always ask you, explain 3 monetary policy tools that's used by central bank for expansionary or contractionary, except for money supply and interest rate, right? So you have no choice but to talk about. No, you have to talk about OMO. You have to talk about legal reserve. You have to talk about discount rate. You have to talk about minor. Right? This one is a big tip for you. If you can hear me. If you can hear me. Right? What?
The one on the most right is minor two.
Yeah. Under minor 2, there are 2. Do I need to do one by one? No. Due to I don't have the luxury of time. Wow, this is the last time I say it. Right? You have to do all of yourself. Expansionary OMO means what? Contractionary OMO means what? Which one is buy bonds, which one is sell bonds? OMO means buy bond, then sell bonds means not OMO.
OMO expansionary by bonds.
Okay. Legal reserve means what? You have to know increase or decrease legal reserve is means what? Expansionary or contractionary? Discount rate means what?
Contract means that they increase the what
Your what lah? What?
the deposit.
Nonsense. Go back and study again. Minor means what? Moral suasion and what more is what? Moral suasion and special directives. You have to know which one is for expansion, which one for contractionary as well. Right? That one is the solution. That one can also be a one standalone essay. Huge topic. Right. Next one is chapter 6. Finally. Yeah. Unfortunately, I cannot finish everything in 75 minutes. Chapter 6, also huge chapter. 40% will be in chapter 6. You just have to be careful a little bit, right? Right. Chapter 6, because there are a lot of subtopics, right? Opportunity cost, you need to know how to calculate opportunity cost for a country, right? For a country. How to calculate? You have to know this one table, but with two countries, right? A, B. Then they have this CD products, or CD country have AB products, up to you, right? So you need to know how to count, divide by what, right? Operating cost. Then under advantage, absolute and comparative advantage, and comparative advantage, you need to know what's the meaning of efficiency, right? Efficiency for absolute is a little bit different from efficiency from comparative. Efficiency for absolute, there are two. One is, let me show you my revision question answer. Then you should know. One of the example I wrote here is the Jurassic World example. Is it on set 1 or set 2? Set 2. Okay. Set 2, is it? This one is in your general class step, right? You know, right? Nah, I won't tell you. Okay. The thing that I don't like when you're right is, hey, this one is all masking already. Wait, where's my, is it revision question 1? Right? For revision question set 1A, this one is in your general file step, by the way. Look at how I write and how you write. This is absolute advantage, right? It can be done by using less resource to produce the same quantity. Another one is producing more efficiently, also means producing more output from the given quantity. One is fix the quantity of resources. Another one is fix the quantity of output, right? Both also represent efficiency. But your example is always very boring. Look at my example, right? Example, Jurassic Land can produce 1 dinosaur using 1 scientist, but Jurassic Park can produce 1 dinosaur using 2 scientists. Makes sense?
What the heck?
Makes sense or not?
Sense, but why?
Because I want to prove to you, even you don't know any real world examples, you can still write examples, right? Don't need to read so many news, although I asked you to read news. In the end, you never read, right? Then you have to come up with stories, right? So since Jurassic Land produces the same amount of dinosaur using lesser labor resource, because I also want to tell you, scientists, I know this is under labor resource, Jurassic Land is said to have absolute advantage over Jurassic Park, right? Second example, Fast Land can produce 3 cars using 1 engineer, while Furious Land can produce 5 cars using 1 engineer. Furious Land is said to have absolute advantage over Fast Land because Furious Land can produce more cars by using the same amount of labor resource. Makes sense? This is efficiency under absolute. Under comparative advantage, it will be low opportunity cost, right? Lower one will be the winner for efficiency. Make sense? Make sense? Okay. So this is for absolute comparative. Next one is arguments for and against. Is anything? Yeah. Reason for trade. Reason for trade is, you just remember the word different. Different in something. Go and make up your own. Different. Different in taste, different in preference, different in resources, different in blah blah blah. Product differentiation. Yeah. One word only. Right? Okay, make sense? Reason for trade. Then arguments for and arguments against. Oui. Arguments for and against protectionism. Right? I cannot erase my error already. Never mind, just leave it. Right? What is the arguments for and against? What are the arguments for and against? Don't know. This one is popular topic. Okay. Explain arguments for protectionism. Explain argument against free trade. Right? Arguments for protectionism is very simple. Basically, baby and O. That's all. Baby is infant industry. Right? O is sunset industry. That one is not under your syllabus. But it's the same. To protect the sunset industries. You know what sunset industry? Those old industry. Want to die, cannot die one. Make sense? Make sense? Like the film industry. You know film? You know film? Right? Want to die, but still haven't died yet. Almost want to die, but haven't died. Right? This baby and old, right? After that, it will be, you look at Ding Chang story, there will be already arguments for protectionism. Right? Right? Huh? What? No. What is the arguments for protectionism? Baby oh, huh? Baby and old means what? Need to come up with baby, that's why need to protect them Is it? No, right? So other arguments, what are arguments for? Dumping or dumpling, do you say? Dumping, Dumping, what else? Why cannot erase, very hard. Hang on, The OneNote is reluctant to work already, right? Again, dumping, what else? Dumping, right? Do you know what I say? Protect employment, what else? What else? What else? Control by? Afraid control by foreign companies. Okay, fine. Diversification. What else? What else? Balance of payment, right? All these will be arguments against, right? Arguments against the protectionism also. Arguments for can be arguments against. It can lead to inefficiency, right? Can lead to dumping is nonsense. Actually, they just have low cost, blah, blah, blah. Employment, you can lead to. Yeah. It can still lead to structural unemployment, so no point you're going to protect them, right? Can control by foreign companies also, you're already up to expectation is only 49%, right? It can be changed or turned around, whatever you like. Arguments against it, right? You have to look at inefficient. Keyword is inefficiency. Inefficiency, you can write two already, right? One is within, one is misallocation. Makes sense? Within, one, misallocation, two. If you don't know how to write, refer back to Ding Chang story. Then you understand already what is within and what is misallocation, right? Okay, next one. That not good. Huh? What else? What else? That's all. Huh? Inflation, what else? Can also lead to unemployment actually, right? It can also lead to this redistribution, right? Reduce incentive, something like that, right? Okay, now to tax and subsidies. Oh, not tax and sorry, tariff and subsidies. Tariff and subsidies. The main one. See properly, one more time, Tariff diagram is the most important thing, right? This is WP. This is WP plus tax, right? WP, QD, QS, WP plus tax, QD1, QS1, right? Imports, initial is QD minus QS. Import, the new one is QD1 minus QS1, right? Make sense? Effects, there are a lot of effects. Indirect one, direct one, you go and write yourself. I don't know if you know. So direct one is like what? Price increase. Import become lesser. Local supply increase. Right? That one's direct. Indirect one? Indirect? What's indirect? Redistribution of income. What else?
They don't adopt the latest information.
Basically, all the effects are similar to the effects here. Right? You just go and choose something that is suitable, right? Yourself. Make sense? Yeah, basically something related to here. You can argue is the effects of tariff, right? Make sense? For subsidies, most important thing is also the diagram. So PQ, DS, world price, and supply shift to the right. This one have only one QD but two QS. One, right? Make sense? M0 is equal to QD minus QS. M1 is equals to QD minus QS1. Right? Effects, price maintain, import decrease, local supply increase. Redistribution of income, same thing. Lack of innovation, same thing. You can write, right? You can write others as well. You can also write. One positive thing is no inflation for this one. Another positive thing is no retaliation. Right? Make sense? Cannot. Right? Yeah. Hmm?
The local price.
Up to you. Depends on whether you have time or not.
I have no time to need draw.
No time, I don't draw on usually. Then I don't talk about that.
But you know that will be there, right?
Yeah.
If you draw everything.
If you draw, then you explain. Explain. Right. For exchange rate, because we just covered it like this week itself. So let's just skip. Okay, bye-bye. Oh no, wait. Take photo first, then bye-bye. Forgot the photo. Okay, come. Macaron, help me faster go out and catch one.